Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today, I just wanted to start off and give you guys a quote of the day. So today's quote is: "The past is behind. Learn from it. The future is ahead. Prep for it. The present is here. So live it." The past is behind. Anything that happened in the past, whether it's good or bad, you gotta take it, dissect it, learn from it, move on, and grow. The future is ahead, so prep for it. You got to see the vision. You have to, sometimes you might have to sit down, isolate, and ask yourself, what do I want to do? Who am I? Who do I want to become? So, whoever you, whatever you want in the future, you got to see yourself, you got to manifest, and you got to attract. So, prep for it. How you want your life to be in the future, you got to prep for it. The present is here, so live it right now. Just to be able to take a deep breath. That's that's a gift. Literally, that's why it's called the present. So we have to be thankful. Always have gratitude for the small things. Just to be able to breathe, just to be able to experience the highs and the lows. That's why I've been telling myself, like, when you go through stuff in life, one, I feel like it's spirit. It's a message behind anything that you go through. So you have to analyze. You have to tighten up and get better. That's one. And then two, um, I feel like it's God, trying to show you, trying to, like I said, tighten you up. And anything that you go through, you also have to keep a positive mind frame. Because at the end of the day, there's people that don't even experience the highs and lows. There's people that are dead. There's people that, you know, um, maybe have a disability. You always got to be thankful for the highs and the lows. And 9 times out of 10, when you appreciate the lows, God is gonna bless you so much through the highs, cause He sees a lot of people when they go through, they're not learning their lessons. They're not connecting and tightening up and building a relationship with the source. So He's like, "Man, I'm putting through I'm putting you through all these trials and tribulations. You're not learning from them. You're not growing from them. You know what? You can just stay there." And a lot of the people, they just rot in their comfort zones exactly where they want to be. You have to you got to know, man, I just took a L, but I'm going to take this L with a smile on my face. I'm going to take this L and e- exude gratitude. I'm gonna take this L and I'm gonna get closer to God. Most people, they gonna go, oh, bitter, or now they in their ego. You got to take the losses, take them on the chin, learn from them, grow, and it has to make you a better version of who you need to be. Don't let the losses, affect the outcome. So yeah, the past is behind. Learn from it. We gotta learn. We gotta prepare, and we have to enjoy the now, right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quote. The topic of the day I wanted to break down to you guys is, I feel like the most important thing is to know who you are and what you stand for. That is rule number one. If you can take anything from me in the advice that I give, you got to know who you are and what you stand for. A lot of the times when you don't know who you are and what you stand for, God is going to put you through so many trials and tribulations until you can see and stand in who you are and what you stand for. Um, throughout the last 3 years, I would say I was the type of person that, always just trying to, help people and um, look at the good in people, and I still do. But I feel like when you know who you are and what you stand for, you don't put yourself in certain situations. Certain things don't happen to you because you don't allow that access to get to you. Know who you are and what you stand for. And if you don't know who you are and what you stand for, that's okay. That's okay. But a lot of people are living through pleasure, living through an image, living through their ego. But when you know who you are and what you stand for, and it actually is for something, you're not going to put yourself in certain situations. You're not going to have the outcome that you don't want to have. Know who you are and what you stand for. And make sure that who you are and what you stand for, like I said, just isn't out of ego. Oh, I want all these kids, and this is just a thought that pops into my mind. Oh, I want hella kids, and okay, that's on you. But what's the meaning behind what you do and why you do it? Do you just want kids and you ain't gonna take care of them, and you just doing this off of the image of? But then I've heard Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? I don't really judge people in the decisions that they. Hey, you want 8, 9, 10 kids? That's on you. But I kind of used to, you know what I'm saying? NBA YoungBoy, he got like 12 kids. Lil Durk, all these celebrities having kids, and I used to think that, having a lot of kids, especially as a man, was careless, no matter what. Whether it's your expenses or uh your expenses, or um not being able to be as present, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Society will definitely have you thinking having a lot of kids is a bad thing. And if you're not taking care of them, it definitely can be. But Lil Baby gave me a perspective. He said, I want more kids. I want as many kids as I can have. I want my sisters to have kids. I'm begging them to get more kids. You know what I'm saying? And when he broke it down, he said, as a man, I feel like my job is to conquer. He didn't say this, but this is basically, as a man, our job is to reproduce, is to multiply, is to build. And he says, I want more kids because I want a big family. You know, I want my kids to have a lot of kids. I want, that is important to me. And even though I don't necessarily agree with having multiple baby moms and, you know, living that type of lifestyle, I could definitely get the perspective of why he felt like he felt. It wasn't through ego. It wasn't like, oh, I just want some kids because I'm the man and I'm the hottest rapper, or I just want to mess with a bunch of girls, and I just, is it pleasure or is it purpose? For the most part, I thought having a bunch of kids was just pleasure. But that was the first time when he broke that down. I'm like, ooh, it is important to have kids. A lot of people aren't having kids anymore. Our population is dying, and especially when it comes to like other races and stuff. I want to say, but Mexicans, they population ain't dying because they're reproducing, they're building family, and they're not getting caught up in all this modern day society and social media. They staying true to their roots because they know who they are. That all of what I'm telling you is going back you got to know who you are, what you stand for. It has to be a deeper meaning into why you do what you do. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for your ego? Are you doing it to look cool? Are you doing it because you know that people rely on you? People depend on you. Every decision should be based off of who you are and what you stand for. That doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful. That doesn't mean you have to be rude. That doesn't mean you have to change somebody else's opinion on their beliefs. No, you also have to allow others the space to have their own opinions and for them to be able to stand on what they believe and who they are. But in the same breath, you should stand up for just that as well. If you give people the space in order to be who they are and you're able to respect it, and they should equally be able to understand that you are who you are, and you equally deserve that same space in order to stand in what you believe in and know who you are. Everything you do, from your income, your finances, who you talk to, everything has to have a bigger meaning. You can't just think for self. You got to think, you know, you got to think through the lens and the perspective of what would God think? What would my daughter think? What would the world think? Now, you're not basing your life and your decisions off of the world, but everything you should do should be based off of, am I is it a better decision, and am I impacting the world in a positive way, or is this just a mess? Everything you do, you know, should fall into the spectrum of the bigger picture. Everything's adding to the, you know, it's a system. And right now, I don't know where you are. You might be working a shitty job. I've been there. You might be in a shitty relationship. I done been there. But you have to take accountability of how you got where you got. You got to switch your mindset, and you have to know who you are, stand in who you are, and every single day fight like hell to become a better version of yourself every day. Your perspective, your lifestyle, your mindset, it all might be shit, blown to shit. You might be in a low place right now. That's the reason why I'm making these videos. It's not for the people that are at the top of the hill, because they don't need this information. They already know. And you already know. Sometimes you just need somebody else. So I'm that someone else. Get your ass up. Lock in. But more than that, know who you are and what you stand for. Know who you are and what you stand for. Because when you locked in with God and you're living through Him and you're making good decisions and you staying up out the way, you're gonna attract exactly what you want. It goes back to the quote: the past is behind. There's nothing that you can do. All the bad decisions that you made, there's nothing that you can do. All you can do is sit in right now. See see from the past, but not beat yourself up. Stand in who, yeah, I made those decisions, good or bad. But I'm here right now, and I'm going to take this shit, I'm going to flip this shit exactly where I want it to be. And that's the mindset, that's the energy you got to come with. If you want to change, the only person that's going to change is you, and then nobody's going to come and help. Nobody's coming to save you. So, rule number 1, know who you are and what you stand for. If you do that, you'll be exactly where you want to be. You'll manifest exactly what you want in this life. You have to have faith. You have to believe. And you have to stand in what you believe in. So I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be ripping and running around, making content. It's a busy day. It's raining out here in Ohio. Got to go get my daughters. But, man, more than anything, I wanted to give you guys a quote. And I wanted to tell you guys, like, know who you are, what you believe in, what you stand for. Because once you do that, a lot of, the people, the situations, a lot of that is going to fix itself. And once you know who you are and what you stand for, you're not going to be so concerned with the world. The world going to be concerned with you. So, peace. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. We out.